Welcome to the series. This is the first episode where I'm going to document my strength training journey and trying to master my body weight. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this was a home workout, and what I started off with was tuck planche, which for me is the hardest exercise out of all of them done in this workout. For me, I can really say that this is quite difficult at the moment. I'm trying to hold my body weight with straight arms, and yeah, it's just really hard. So I like it though because it means that I'm going to improve, and eventually, when I can do a full planche in the future, these kind of sets are going to be the ones that I remember. So, yeah, don't be afraid to work hard, guys, and don't be afraid to be bad before you get good. So, this is the second exercise, which is the planche lean. And even on this one, I can see my form is something that can be fixed. My hips are definitely too high, but then again, I am still at the beginning stages, so I'm trying to build strength. And even if the form's not perfect, you can still build strength. I think if you're at the beginning of anything, well, for me in my planche journey, this is kind of the beginning because up to now I've just been building basic strength, but now I'm starting to train the planche seriously. Um, so yeah, I think for now I'm just going to focus on building strength, and eventually when I start to get the planche and start holding it for a little bit, then I'll work on the form a bit more. So yeah, I'm not too obsessed over perfect form to begin with, and as long as I can't injure myself, I think I'll be fine. So as you can see, my knees are coming into my chest here. That's because I'm leaning forward so much, and I'm trying to basically continue leaning forward until my body can't handle the forward lean anymore, and then that's why my knees come into my chest. That's basically what it looks like when you're taking it to failure on planche leans. You can also just kind of fall, but that's kind of stupid and dangerous because you might actually injure yourself. So I would say this is the best way. Just slide your knees straight through your hands and then go back, reset, and do another lean. So basically, a lot of people that can full planche, a lot of them said that this is one of the best progressions to full planche. So that's why I'm doing it. I heard that basically you are doing a full planche with your feet on the ground, so it's really good to train your forward lean. And I could have done more tuck planche sets, but I think doing this is better because I can hold it for a bit longer. And at the end of the day, it gives me that feeling of doing a full planche, even though I'm not doing it, and that's going to keep my motivation up. And yeah, a big issue that a lot of people have with the tuck, with the full planche is that they lose motivation and they end up not training it and just not getting it basically. So I want to stay motivated and do progressions that keep me motivated. So pike press ups is the third exercise. Basically, with the pike press up, you're building your shoulders, but with a bent arm exercise. So the tuck planche, which is the first one, and the planche lean, which was the second one, both build straight arm strength, especially in the shoulders. But with the pike press ups, this is basically going to build your shoulders, but with bent arms. It's good to mix things up like this because obviously you're going to use different areas of the body in terms of the systems, and the straight arm versus bent arm strength is good to train both, and then it will help you be stronger overall. The one thing I'll say about pike press ups is, as you can see, my head is not going directly down in between my hands. So if you had to draw a line from my right hand to my left hand, my head wouldn't be on that line. It would be ahead of that line. So basically, the point I'm trying to make is that when you do pike press ups, you should lean forward and there should be like a triangle shape. So at the bottom, if you pause the video on this rep, at the bottom, you'll see that my head is in front of my hands. And that's basically going to help you because when you're used to practicing this form and you eventually want to learn the handstand press up, this is the form that you need to have, because in a handstand press up, you can't go directly down. You're going to have to go slightly in front. And yeah, so the issue, if you go straight down, you're going to get jammed at the bottom. You need a bit more space for your upper body to move back up. So that's why you want to do the pike press up that way. And as you can see, my knees come in at the end because I'm pushing it to failure. One thing you'll notice as well, my legs are pretty much straight. The reason for that is so that when I kind of rock forward, so it's like a rocking chair, you want to kind of rock forward and then push back up. With your legs bent, this is going to interrupt that motion. You want to keep your legs completely straight so that you can basically stay on your toes, rock forward, and really put pressure on your shoulders. And by putting more pressure on your shoulders, you're going to make them stronger and more capable in the planche world. So the banded front lever is the fourth exercise, which is the only pulling exercise of this workout. So it's a push dominant workout from home. With the banded front lever, what you want to do is basically work on your form. I could do a front lever with like bad form, but I'm trying to make it really good form. As you can see, my arms are completely straight here. And by doing that, it's basically teaching me, it's putting me on the right track to have a good form front lever. It's kind of like similar to riding a bike. When you ride it with four wheels, you're able to grip the handlebars a bit better and, move the bike a bit better. So it's kind of similar to that. You're basically allowing the band to assist you so that you can hold it a lot cleaner. So yeah, the fifth exercise and the last exercise is the semi L sit. What I'm doing is basically planning to be able to raise my hips and my feet off the ground at the same time. At the moment, I can do that, but it's not a long hold. So for me to extend that hold time, I need to actually do easier exercises and hold those for the same amount of time that I want to hold the actual skill, if that makes sense. So what I'm doing now is I'm going from hips off the ground for as long as I can to then doing my feet off the ground. So I'm basically cutting the movement in half and making sure that I train the separate parts of the movement before I combine both of them. So get really strong at either one or both of them, sorry, and then be able to do the full skill. Stay tuned for the second episode, which is going to be in the gym, and subscribe for more.